So the next God of War, Wolverine gameplay, Intergalactic reveal, and more. We're going to get into all of that. Also, there was some great news for Ghost of Yotei. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, do you think we need a proper showcase, or are you fine with the state of plays that we've been getting? We're talking about the next event from Sony and what games could be there in this video, but before that, I'm curious where you guys land. So comment below, yes or no, do you think we need a proper showcase, like a 2021 showcase or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, we got some great news for Ghost of Yotei. Reading from Twisted Voxel, PlayStation appears highly confident in Ghost of Yotei with review copies already being distributed and a global embargo scheduled well ahead of the game's release. According to Jeff Keighley, who confirmed receiving a copy for review, the embargo is set to lift on Thursday, September 25th at 9 a.m. ET, 6 a.m. PT. Given that the game officially launches on October 2nd, this leaves more than a week for critics to share their impressions before players can get their hands on the game. Such an early review window is often seen as a positive indicator for a game's quality. Publishers typically allow critics additional time with a title when they are confident that it will be received well. Ghost of Yotei has been in development for several years, and this decision suggests that Sony believes the final version is polished enough to stand on its own well before launch day. So this is really great news. Pretty much a month in advance, people have copies of the game ready to play. Sony, if you want to send me a copy, I'll gladly accept it. I'm currently playing Chronos, thanks to the people over at Bloober, so I'm busy with that, but I definitely play Ghost of Yotei right after, if you guys wanted to send me a copy. But putting that to the side, this is exciting. I loved Ghost of Tsushima, and it was my game of the year in 2020 over The Last of Us Part 2, which for many, that was their game of the year. Them sending copies a month ahead pretty much tells me they have something special here, something great for people to play. The only thing that's missing is Legends 2 ready for launch. I was really hoping we'd have that for the Halloween season, but it's a 2026 release, and I hope it's a January 2026 release and not something they push later into the year. Maybe we'll find out by playing Yote. Maybe there's hints there, or they just announced the release of that game or information on that Legends 2 later in the month of October. We'll see how it goes. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. And now diving into the final story of the video, the next major event from PlayStation, potentially major event. So this is very exciting stuff because it seems like we're finally about to get another 2021 level showcase, potentially. I want to read what Insider Gaming reported on, but there was also something else I don't think many mentioned, and we'll talk about that right after. It's something small, but it's something I'll add right after the Insider Gaming stuff. So reading from Insider Gaming sources have revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is ready to be shown off for the first time officially since the 2021 PlayStation Showcase. According to sources who wish to remain anonymous as they couldn't talk about company plans, PlayStation is currently planning its next State of Play event towards the end of September. Other sources revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is almost certainly going to be at the event as the production of its next trailer has been completed. If the game doesn't appear at the State of Play, then the trailer will undoubtedly be revealed in the next few months, with the Game Awards being the next likely candidate. Insomniac Games' Wolverine faced some issues in development following a ransomware attack in December 2023, during which employee information and a substantial amount of game footage leaked online. The hack resulted in some changes to the game's plans, but the extent of these changes is currently unknown. As for what else the next State of Play event could feature remains to be seen, but it's likely to feature Bungie's upcoming marathon, a new Metroidvania God of War. Insider Gaming has it on good authority a mainline title is also in the works, Phantom Blade Zero, and possibly even Naughty Dog's Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet. So there are three things I want to focus on here based off the information that we have. First thing is the Wolverine trailer production is complete. So this trailer is coming sometime soon based off this information. Of course, if it's accurate, which I assume it is since it's Tom Henderson, whether that's at the State of Play / showcase or somewhere else, it's coming soon. So Wolverine is most likely a 2026 title unless Insomniac surprises us and Venom launches in 2026 and they reveal Wolverine is a 2027 title. Second thing is the changes to the game. Insider Gaming states that leaks had resulted in changes to the game's plans. Not sure if that's in reference to release time frame or they changed certain aspects of the game itself. I personally think the leaks had impacts on the game itself, in that it would be surprising if the developers did not take the insane amount of feedback people have been giving for the last nearly 2 years and use that to change up the game for the better, hopefully. They have people, of course, giving feedback on comment sections across the internet. A lot of that is nonsense about people not realizing this is not the final build. Some people think this is just gameplay Insomniac released and said, whatever, leave all these bugs, I guess, and missing textures. I don't know what the thought process there is, but there's also some good feedback in some of these comments as well, I would assume. Now, the third thing is what else could be at the event. Now, this part looks like Insider Gaming is guessing, but I'm not fully sure. Either way, it's not crazy guesses. Marathon was revealed and had playtests that didn't go well, so they pushed it back, but it's been confirmed that this thing is set to still release before March 2026, so it makes sense for it to pop up here with a new trailer, a new something to get people excited. The 2.5D God of War game has been rumored by both Tom Henderson and Jeff Grubb. Jeff originally thought this game was going to drop this year, but he's pushed that into 2026, so this could show up here as well. It's also nice to see him mention that the next mainline God of War is in the works, which we've been able to tell for the last 2 years pretty much based off job listings. But if he has a Connect, we could start seeing some interesting stuff from him on that in the future, I would hope. Phantom Blade Zero being here makes sense. It was revealed at a PlayStation event and they have a new demo they've been letting people play. Would be amazing if they announce a public demo here, but Phantom Blade being here is not as big of a shock. And finally, Intergalactic. It was revealed in December 2024. It's been in the works since 2020, and it's probably been in the works at this point for over 5 years. So an actual gameplay trailer at this point isn't crazy, but we hear this might be a 2027 game, so maybe that type of reveal will be actually later than we thought. There are also rumors of it hitting in 2026. It would be insane if we got both Wolverine and Intergalactic next year, and actually also the God of War 2.5D game, but I'm going to keep my expectations low for next year outside of Sorrows, which is confirmed for 2026, and there would be no way all of these games release next year. I'm surprised they didn't mention Sorrows in the article. It should be here, I would assume, since they promised gameplay for it for this year. Outside of the Insider Gaming article, this is the small thing I wanted to mention. We also had Jeff Grubb talking about Wolverine possibly showing up before the Insider Gaming article went live, which was surprising because he kind of pretty much pushed against that in his podcast earlier, as we know, since we covered that here. In the Insider Gaming article, it confirms Wolverine's trailer is ready to go. So let's see where that drops and how this potential state of play turns out. But you guys let me know if you think Wolverine will show up at this state of play / showcase or at the Game Awards or somewhere else. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Give us the big show." Obviously, this is in reference to PlayStation's next event. Hopefully, they give us a proper big event with their first party titles. We're hoping here. If you're hoping for that as well, destroy the comment section with "Give us the big show." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.